What's up, guys? It's Brian with mtmmix.com. I'm going to be bringing you guys a video today on something called effect stucking. It's sort of a more advanced mixing technique, but it really isn't hard, and when used properly, you can save a lot of time on some unnecessary automation and really just give sort of a natural sound to your mixes. So I'm going to hop on the screen. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about.
The biggest thing that you have to understand when using effect stucking is some basic routing in the digital platform or in the box. Now, what we're going to be focusing on today are these stacked vocals right here that are all being sent to this singing bus that I have labeled right here. And then those are going to be sent over to an effect stucking bus. So it is important that you do know how to route your sound sources at a very basic level. To get into the song, we are going to be working with a song by Torre. It's entitled Hands of Stone. I'll play a little bit for you right now so you can get a feel for what it sounds like.
Praise.
Cause I'm wanting it all. Who ready to brawl? I answer the call. Who got the call? These
hands of stone will never fall.
There's no time to stall. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Who ready to brawl? Yeah, I'm taking it all. These
hands of stone will never fall.
True definition of a winner.
Alright, cool. And apparently my RAM is getting low. So one thing that you do want to pay attention to is the organization of your track. Like I said, these vocal stacks are being sent to the same bus, and I did my processing on this bus besides the tune because some of the things needed different kinds of tune. So when you are setting up your effect stucking, all you got to do is just set up a separate auxiliary bus. I like doing effect stucking with delays because I think it gets rid of a lot of unnecessary automation, as I said earlier. So I have my delay right here. You would set it up just like it was any other delay. Mess with all of it until you get a delay that sounds good. But when you are mixing, you don't want the delay to be on the entire vocal. Otherwise, it'll be muddy. It'll be a lot going on in the background and just too much sometimes. That's where usually automation would come in, when you would punch in where you are going to turn the delay on, when you're going to lower the volumes and things like that. So a way that what effect stucking is exactly is taking a compressor and putting it on after this delay. So that way, whenever you have this sound source playing, it is actually being compressed as well as the delay. So the delay is in the background. I'm going to mute the beat for you so you guys could really hear what exactly I'm talking about.
who got the call? These
hands of stone will never fall.
There's no time to stall. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Who ready?
All right, so you were able to hear it a little bit. The end of all of that, the delay boosted in volume and kind of just came to the front a little bit more. Now, how exactly do I do that? I set up a compressor. You can see here that I'm using the stock compressor in Pro Tools, and I make it so that way it is sidechained. So that's the little key right here. And then you just set up the bus. So the sound source is being received on bus 35. So now I take all of the singing, which I routed all to the singing bus, and I send that feed to bus 35-36. And the biggest thing that you do is make sure that you put this pre-fader on, so that way you are getting the original sound source, nothing with your fader. So now, to put it in the simplest terms, this delay is always going to be going at its full volume. Everything is going to be going as if it was a normal delay bus. Once you throw this compressor on, that is being turned on whenever this vocal is being sent to it, or turned off. Yeah, turned on rather, sorry. It's being turned on whenever this vocal is being sent to it. This delay is in fact going to be compressed. You can see that I have a very, very low threshold. So it is going to be compressed, and once these stacked vocals are done singing, the compression is going to turn off because there's nothing turning it on from the sidechain. So therefore, the delay will kick back on. Well, it'll always be on, but you'll hear it because the compressor will be off. So now that I explained it a little bit more, let's take a listen and pay attention to this compressor and just watch what exactly it's doing. Remember, it's not compressing the vocal stacks, but rather the delay that the stacks are getting sent to. So take a listen.
Who got the call? These
Hands of stone will never fall.
It's no time to stall. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Who ready to brawl? Yeah, I'm taking it all. These
Hands of stone will never fall.
true definition of a winner. Been a champion from the beginning.
So you're able to see it more visually, and you could actually understand what's going on. You're able to see that there was actually around like negative 30 decibels of gain reduction, which is like a lot. So, I mean, it kind of acts as a gate or an expander, but it is still a compressor. So I hope you guys took some information away from this video. If you do have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer you or help you with anything you got. And make sure that you go email me if you have any more in-depth questions, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as I can. So until next time, guys, have a good day.
Who got the call? These
Hands of stone will never fall.
It's no time to stall. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. Who ready to brawl? Yeah, I'm taking it all. These
Hands of stone will never fall.
true definition of a winner. Been a champion from the beginning. Hard times is just times I was